This is the story of love and having love for yourself and unconditional love for yourself and practicing love and self practices, healing, caring practices for yourself. Okay, so I have a lot of self-care practices, and I wake up every day and I do yoga, which is a movement meditation, asana practice, and I have to do this. And then in the morning I have to go on a walking meditation, and I go to the park, and at some point, even if I'm at work, I'm going on my break to the park, I have to ground these energies. So as an empath, I take on a lot of energies from around me, my own energies, and I'm transforming them into love. Okay, so a lot of times I even confuse my own family because I need this practice for myself. I always joke with them and say, you don't want to hang out with me before I've grounded the energies, because I'll just be, overwhelmed, and, I want to fill up, charge up, and then I have all the love to share. So this video was created after all of those cleaning practices with the earth and connection. I'm ready. Okay, so how do you know if you're dealing with what some people use as a permission slip to dive into this issue of like a generational trauma? And you know this in your family if there's as you're being yourself, taking care of yourself, showing unconditional love for yourself and others in your family, no matter how they behave or who they are or whatever they've created for their personalities and whatever they're using as the eternal souls in the soul family, creating this human experience to learn and have our souls expand. These are my beliefs right now. So if you're coming up with resistance to taking care of yourself and there's a threat there, you might be dealing with a sort of generational trauma. And as an empath, sometimes, and if you're the only empath in the family that you think of, sometimes we are the grounding, healing energy of the family, or part of it, of course, since we're all healers, in my opinion. And I come from a family of healers, so I see the healer in all of my family members. So if communication is difficult, and while you're explaining, as I explain, I'm an open book, this is what I need to do to take care of myself. I really need this. And there's some resistance there. That might be your first signal that there is generational trauma. Or if actions of conditional love are being shown to you, because we all are love and we all have the choice to practice unconditional love. Some of us haven't been nourished and guided to do so. So we have our own issues of worthiness, and that there might not be enough love for ourselves, or other family members might be reflecting that to you. That's another sign. So if you don't do this or act like this or do this, then there isn't the feeling of love. That's actions of conditional love. If you don't take the flight and stay overnight when I've already expressed that I don't feel comfortable doing that right now, or this is what I can do, and then there's resistance You know, you're not part of the family anymore. These are conditions, conditional love. It's not an acceptance of that you're in the best space that you can be in. And we're all doing the best we can. Even the person that's showing the conditional love to you, they're doing the best they can with what they have. So I love them unconditionally. Or the family member that is not talking to you because you were doing your self-care practice and you explained it, and they still are withholding some sort of communication. They might be drawing into themselves, so I reflect and show love. They're in the best space that they can be in, and I love them unconditionally, but there's a lot of trauma there in their background, from their families, from their parents, all down the ancestral, am I saying that word right? Especially on camera. The ancestral line, the ancestors, the line. Hopefully I'm doing that right. Okay, so and so especially if you know the traumas that have happened in their lives early on, wow, and it's continually coming up, I surrender it to love and will help guide you to choosing unconditional love. We're all doing the best we can. So these are signs that there's generational trauma in your life. And what do you do with this? Well, everyone has free will. I have free will. And we all come from love. So the way I'm choosing to deal with this is what I'm doing right now, the present moment. I am sharing my reflections and the journey here, and I am inviting unconditional love to everyone in my life. And you are in my life. Even if I have never met you, I'm showing unconditional love for you as well. And I'll be learning about self-love, care, unconditional love, and creating a playlist of videos as I'm reflecting on this journey with you. Thank you so much. Peace, love, blessings. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. Yeah.